Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets!
Drop the kids off early today, Petey?
Yeah. Started a couple minutes early today. I was up at 3:30 this morning till like 6. Couldn't sleep. Finally went back got a couple of minutes extra in.
Something to do with game day?
Ah, bro, there's nothing like it. home opener. Nice
Yeah.
weather. Yep.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I guess the Yankees clinched last night. About the playoffs.
Yeah, I was, one of the big additions, and I don't like, what's his name, Cashman at all.
Cashman.
But
Chisholm.
yeah, man, I think there's something been missing since we moved off of Didi Gregarious a few years ago, which is that upbeat personality, and I think Chisholm is exactly that. So I think he was a huge addition just for the spark in the clubhouse. They were really missing that.
Yeah. And the Mets keep winning.
The Mets keep winning, bro.
15-19.
The Mets and then the Orioles, I think, have the same record.
Really?
I think so.
And
The Orioles have collapsed. Collapsed 2 of the last 10.
Yeah.
In September.
I don't know if Orlando, if you're going to the game. I'm sure you are. Charles, good morning. Game day. If you ain't pumped today, I don't know. Can't help you. I got a big smile. On my face right now.
We cover the spread, in my opinion, Petey.
I hope so. Hey, Orlando, good morning, man.
Good morning. What time you going, Petey?
I'm leaving at 1:45.
Yeah, I had to convince my foreman. I'm like, hey, bro, come on. Like, let me leave at 1:45 and not take my lunch. He goes, fine. I'm like, thank God.
Are you working in Jersey?
Yeah, but in Lakewood, though, down here. So, like, I'm going to have to shoot from here all the way up.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'll get there by 3 o'clock.
Yeah, which is fine. The gates open at 3:15. I
Correct.
think I saw that the players are running out at 8. I don't want to miss that.
Yeah, they're coming out early. Yep.
CJ's out, right?
I think he's going to be like a game time, but I don't think he's going to play.
I thought I heard he's out.
He didn't practice.
Yeah.
So he's probably not going to play. So.
What about the 2 corners?
They had a full practice.
That's what's up.
Mark, good morning. You too, man. I was just telling people I got a big smile, man. It stinks that it had to be to week 3, but it's here. So I'm excited. Just win, man. I know Buckeye said, they'll cover it. I don't care about spreads. I just want them to win. We have to win. And again, we haven't beat New England at home since 2015. That's a long time. I'm sick of that. So.
Well, Pete, if you're going to do it, I mean, they've got the squad to do it. If you watch Rodgers through 2 weeks and this offense, they've scored, 3 touchdowns in 2 games? Like, that's, what they scored, 11 touchdowns last year, all year?
Yeah. Mark, I
So,
don't know if you saw, there's a thing where teams with 5 or more touchdowns and the Jets are in it. Did you see that or no?
yeah, I had to blink and wipe my eyes. I'm like, really?
Yeah, it's like,
Did anybody watch the Seattle game against them or no?
No, I didn't.
I mean,
No, I didn't see it.
Gino went bonkers. Like they had so many air yards and passing yards. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it wasn't just the
Okay.
one DK catch. It wasn't just that one catch. I think it was like 327 yards in the air.
Yeah, apparently they did a lot out of an empty set and did a lot of damage to New England that way. And I don't know if you guys saw John Gruden break down the matchup, but I'll be looking for that. And then on the other side of the ball, Ramondre Stevenson and his ability to either attack between the tackles or to kick it outside. Like, I'll be specifically looking for that. But I just wanted to say before I even got to that part, when's the last time we saw a Jet offense that wasn't even like operating on all cylinders and dropped 24 points on an opponent?
Fitzpatrick, and that was operating on all cylinders, so a long time.
I
Long
mean,
time.
Mark, to be fair, I mean, you got to, it's sample sizes, but Darnold in his rookie year opener, there's been games, but it's, it's
There's been
hard to,
flashes.
yeah, it's hard to think, like you have to really think. It's embarrassing.
I don't even think, Pete, that Rodgers is playing his best football yet. Like,
Neither do I.
they're very excited about what, like, you could tell the players are very excited about what he's doing, but he's not, I mean, he's not full speed. He's already, like, moving people around and he's, like, operating the offense, but he's not. Wait till they really start firing all cylinders. This is what I hope was going to happen after a week 1 battle against an excellent football team and then have an actual on-ramp to the Jets season. And now the home opener against New England, where it's clear they're going to have to use the passing game. Like Seattle, that's where Seattle gashed them, I think, right? Last week.
Yep.
So let's see what they can do,
I
man.
mean,
I'm excited to watch this.
Mark, Seattle scored 23 points, to be real, in overtime. So I think this is going to be a 19-16 type of game.
I don't know, Pete. It could be better than that. Like, I watched Seattle play Denver in week 1, and that was an ugly football game on both sides of the ball. So maybe it was week 1 jitters, but I'm not sure the Seattle team is very good.
Petey, they did that without Kenneth Walker. Like, New England knew they didn't have a running game, and they got torched. That's my, again, I didn't watch any of that game. I just don't understand. There's no way they weren't prepared for Geno to throw the ball with no Kenneth Walker. And they got lit up.
That injury report for New England isn't looking very good either. They've got quite a few people out, and if I'm understanding right. I mean, the Jets are missing. We know who they're missing. But New England's got some key people out, including what? A key linebacker's out.
Yeah, what's the guy's name? Hold on here. Jawan Bentley. He's really good too, Mark.
Yeah, hasn't he been like what, Pro Bowl or something like that? 4 years running, something like that. He's a very good player.
I'm not
Sorry,
sure.
Jermaine's injury was a tear or a rupture?
Tour.
That's better, no?
I mean, your Achilles
In the scheme,
ripping.
in the scheme of Achilles injuries, isn't it better to tear than rupture?
A rupture's worse.
Yeah. What did Rodgers?
Rupture.
Rupture.
I believe Rodgers was a rupture.
I wonder if he's going to use the same doctor Rodgers used.
No, he'll do the traditional. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming, though. You can't, I think I don't even know why Rodgers did it. That's crazy that he was even on a football field in 3 months.
Pete, when you're an older player and the clock is ticking on your career regardless of injury, you want to get out there as fast as possible, and a doctor promises you a technique that even if there's and I'm not saying that there are, but even if there are long-term ramifications to getting that surgery over a different one, I would do that. I mean, look how fast he came back. And you said it and you experienced it. Like, the muscle atrophy is a significant problem when you go the traditional route. And you run the risk of injuring the other one because your body's putting too much, whatever, all the Achilles. I'm so tired of talking about Achilles. We've talked about Achilles injuries for a year and change, and now we got another one with Jermaine Johnson. It sucks.
Yeah, Mark, he'll be fine, Jermaine, but because he's young, he's athletic, but yeah, the whole muscle thing, it's bad, man.
Well, now this edge room is going to have to show, they really have to show their mettle. I mean, we saw a little bit out of Will McDonald last week, even though the haters, the folks who said, oh, why are you drafting this edge so high? And, I mean, he looked all right last week.
To be fair, let me give you a little pushback on
right.
that, though, Mark. I get it, but let's be fair. He still needs time to develop.
Well, Pete, look, if you can only
have a good one, bro.
You can only play in the snaps that you have, like in the opportunity he had in a really limited sample size in his first year. He was showing flashes of something. He didn't look like he was completely lost. And now he's going to see a more expanded role. And I understand it's only week 2, but listen, man, a week 2, 3-sack performance. And I understand, oh, maybe you want to say 2 sacks because one of the sacks was Will Levis getting flushed out of the pocket. You know what I mean? But he spied him and he tackled him behind the line of scrimmage. So technically it's a sack. Even if you want to say 2-sack performance, when's the last time we had a guy averaging like a sack, 2 sacks a game that was even capable of doing that?
Mo Wilkerson,
Yeah. So, I mean, look, Quinnen is going to eat up a lot of
Calvin
space.
Pace.
Everyone's worried about Quinnen, and everyone's like, oh, the numbers. So he's on a milk card. You know what? If Quinnen's got any special ability, it's the fact that everyone needs to account for Quinnen. I don't care if he has no sacks and gets tripled every game. Like, let everybody else eat. Kinlaw needs the help. McDonald could use the help. This edge room without Jermaine Johnson can use the help. Why should I give a shit? Win the football games with your personnel and let Quinnen get tripled. I don't care if he doesn't get a sack all year. I'm going to cry about that. And the Jets are winning? Come on.
In support of Mark, we're watching so far, and it's a very small sample size of what Huff is without him.
Yeah, how about
I
that?
don't see anything yet. I don't see a thing yet.
Maybe he's not a 3-down guy. And listen, I don't want to shit all over Huff.
Well, he's definitely not getting a pass from Philly, man. You heard one of the fans coming here the other day, Fly. He was pissed, man. They don't even want him already. They think he's a bust.
Send him back. Jets could use him. Why not?
I mean,
now you're sour on him. I'm not sour on him. Listen, he functions
Mark,
well in our scheme. He likes it here. I mean, he wanted the money. He's not showing up. Send him back. The Jets have a need. Send his ass back. Where's Reddick?
Hey, shout out to my. Yeah, I know that's the thing. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Incarcerated Bob. What's up, Bob?
Right on. Hey, Bob.
I see you in this space.
Another guy who's been a beneficiary of Quinnen, in my opinion, has been Solomon Thomas.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but Mark, hear me out. Like, I mean, you can't go based off of, I get it that you're saying I don't care if he doesn't have any sacks. The guy's making a lot of money. Like, bro, the fan base wanted to run Calvin Pace out of here, Brian Thomas, all these other guys because, they didn't live up to their contract. And I'm not saying Quinnen isn't, but, Mark, I agree with you on the part that if they keep winning, I don't care how they win.
There you go, Petey. That's the thing. If we win tonight, I think we win tonight. We gotta turn the page on just bashing and spending more time bashing a specific player than we do celebrating the wins. Not enough wins that have been celebrated in the prior years that we're spending so little time on the wins and so much time criticizing the players. That's just my opinion.
I want to get Dom. I want to say one last thing on it, Pete, which is that I think there are times for the bean counters to like be in their heyday when it's like, all right, well, we're leading up to, roster construction and what will this team, how do you field, routinely competitive unit year in, year out. But honestly, in my mind, the bean counter should take a back seat. Like, I want talent. And I want talent this year. You have Rodgers in a limited window. I don't know what he's going to look like in 2025. He may not even be a Jet in 2025. Like, we'll stack it right now. Give this man everything. Give him a barn burner defense and see what happens.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Dom,
Dom.
good morning.
Hey, I sorry guys, I had my hand up. I know, but I need a couple minutes. I'll come back.
No big man. We're just talking. Anthony, what's up?
Yeah, I feel like overall, I think the offense actually is pretty good. Even though I know some people think that this offense is not all that, but I think the offense give them like 4 weeks or 2 weeks. I think it's going to be a lot better. I think once Aaron Rodgers and the wide receivers, familiarize and memorize all the plays, 'cause I think there's a lot of adjustments that they got to memorize. Once they remember it, I think that the offense is really good to go. The offensive line is pretty decent. But yeah, I do feel that the defense, the defensive line, we all know it's not the same as last year. But the one thing I do see is the tackling and the run defense is just horrible. Every single game, they make every running back look like they're Saquon Barkley. So I think run defense is our huge weakness, and I think we have to fix that in practice, whether it's tackling, defensive line. I think Will McDonald that he's pretty good, but I feel the interior. I feel like Quentin Jefferson leaving. I don't think um I forgot who's replacing him for. I don't know who's replacing Quentin Jefferson, but whoever's replacing Quentin Jefferson.
Well, they Javon
All right,
Kinlaw
Javon Kinlaw.
and ATH. Can I just make a point on finish your point? But I go ahead because I got something for. Just remind me to say
Oh
finish your
yeah,
point
yeah,
because I don't
yeah.
want to
No,
forget.
finish your point right now. Finish your point.
All right, so hear me out here. If you look around the NFL now, teams are running again. Passing's down. So, I mean, I get it that the Jets are giving up a lot of yardage, but it's becoming a trend again, the running backs. Like they're being used more. So look at what the Jets did. The, their three touchdowns were, the running backs. Braylon Allen and Brees. So, I mean, I get what you're saying. Let's see if they could adjust tonight. New England's not a big time throwing team. Let's see what they could do. Go ahead, finish, man. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, yeah, you brought up a good point. Maybe that's true. Maybe I think people are transitioning into running. I just feel like I think the linebackers when Sherwood came in, I felt the defense looked a lot different than how it was. And I'm saying in the Titans game, the Tennessee Titans game, I felt like the Tennessee Titans every single play, they were getting like 10, 20 yards rushing or a small, dime to a slot receiver. But I think when Sherwood came in, I felt like the tackling improved. So I don't know. I just feel it's a tackling issue, in my opinion. So I
Hmm.
feel like they could work on it. I know people are running, but I feel like they can work on it because the last year the Jets weren't giving up 100 yards rushing or even 80 yards rushing. Like you would stop it. That's my main thing.
Yes, right. But it's year to year, man. And right now, hey, maybe for once can the Jets, win on offense. They did this weekend, even though I know it's Tennessee, it was on the road, but hey, it was 17-17 with 5 minutes to go, and Aaron Rodgers led the team down the field and scored a touchdown. We would have died for that with Zach.
Pete, I have two things for this. One, would we really be shocked if the Jets put up plus 20 points on New England with Aaron Rodgers at the quarterback?
No, no,
That,
no.
that's and let me ask you something else, which is controversial. Which position group is better for the 2024 Jets? The D line room or the linebacking core?
I mean, Mark, there's only a couple of linebackers though. That's hard to compare. To be fair, in my eyes, did I lose
No,
you
I'm
or
still
no?
here. I'm just saying I
Well,
feel like these guys are
yeah,
playing better
Mark. To
football.
well, to ATH's point, uh, I understand the tackling got better, but if anybody noticed, I don't care what anybody. Quincy Williams was everywhere in the second half. He was everywhere. He looked like Quincy Williams in the open field. He didn't look like that week one. So Quincy Williams, to me, I understand people want to give Sherwood his flowers, but it's one game.
I know, Pete, but I'm
It's
looking at
one
all the
game.
groups. I might even add in. No, I can't add in the cornerback room to that conversation. I still feel like Eccles gave you something in limited action. Like that pick was a big pick.
Oh yeah, Mark, without a doubt. Brandon Eccles stepped up big time.
Yeah, and that's another.
And he
Yeah,
always
go ahead.
does. That's another. Yeah, it's a nice. Listen, he's one of. Okay, so let's ask a question, Mark. There's two free agents next year, Sherwood and Eccles. Do you bring them both back? And my answer is yes.
Wow. I mean, I would. This is
You have
their
to.
homegrown talent, right? Both of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Build your core.
I don't think they're going to be terrible. I don't think they're going to be terribly expensive either, man. Those are
I
not going
mean,
to be
Eccles,
expensive
Eccles,
bring backs.
Eccles could probably get like a like $5-6 million a year.
Yeah,
But we're going to
agreed.
need a corner anyway. We need another
Agreed.
corner unless they just gamble and go with Stiggers.
No, I agree with you. I think Eccles is a really big bring back.
Would you guys be surprised if next year Eccles is then in the starting role, Reed gets walking papers, right, and then Stiggers fills in the Eccles role as the third corner?
Mark, I won't be surprised if JD goes
No.
first round at the corner position. I know that fan base will
Whoa,
not be happy with
what?
that, but that won't shock me either.
Oh.
That's
With DJ leaving the room, I won't be surprised if he goes first round.
That's
Well, then if they
crisis.
do that, then okay. But Buckeye, then this brings up another question. Then you got to worry about the corner that everybody wants to pick. God forbid he gives up a touchdown. You got then. Well, what's that say for Gardner? Do you trade him? Do you keep him? Do you give him over $100 million? That's
Yeah, but
another.
you're losing DJ Reed, right? It's not about
Yeah.
Sauce. It's about losing DJ Reed, and I think Eccles is showing some amazing signs. It won't shock me if he goes. And again, I'm ready for a receiver. We still need a receiver in this room, not named Garrett Wilson.
I agree.
What about edge guys? I mean, Will McDonald, but now you're gonna have Jermaine Johnson off injury. It's just wild that on a game day we're talking 2025 draft and then, and all that. But I think we don't know, and I hate saying this right after an injury, but we don't know what Jermaine Johnson's going to look like after he returns. Burst, speed, he's an edge. You know what I mean? So I could see them, and edge is very important in this defense. Listen, think about it. Joe Douglas was willing to look terrible, terrible to go and trade for Hassan Reddick, and the shit is lingering and the rest of it. You think they can't? Edge is a very important part of what this front needs to do. We might see blitzing tonight from the Jets, and we all know they're not a blitzing team, but they may be forced to do it because they can't get home with 4.
Mark, hold on one second. I brought up the whole draft thing, so you could blame me for that. I'm just saying, like, it's a question, we can counter down the road. Like, what do they do? Like, but for me, I don't know. Like, somebody's got to step up, Mark. Hey, one of these undrafted rookies, go make some plays. Go show that you belong here.
Yeah, I'm down with that. And listen, it's an important point regardless. And look, they got a bunch of UDFAs and guys trying to rejuvenate their career. That D line room is a mystery to me, from edge and the interior too. I don't know if we've seen them play their best football. It's actually a lot more new pieces than I thought.
That's why I want to interject. Like, I feel personally with the defensive line, I feel if we're not getting the same amount of pressure that we're getting compared to last year, let's start, rotating guys in
But
more. And like
yes, but
McGregor,
ATH, hold on one second. But if you look at the most pressures, the Jets are like in the top 6 still. They have 23 pressures in 2 games.
I'm just saying.
So right. So am I. I mean, I get it. We don't see
And that's after the Niners game, which we had none. That has all come
No,
in
but I'm just saying,
Tennessee.
like, they had
Can
like.
somebody try and find that? Go ahead, ATH.
I'm just saying,
My
like,
bad.
there's certain guys that are not playing like smart, and McGregor's not getting that much minutes, or even Taylor. Taylor, I think he was even put as, I think he was. I don't even think he played. Suited up for the last game. So I'm saying we do have some unknowns where let's at least rotate some guys in, because I'm seeing Clemens having a huge amount of snap counts, and the guy that mentioned the other guy that's I forgot, the guy that replaced Quentin Jefferson, Kinlaw, is getting a huge snap count. If these guys aren't, I respect McDonald, and of course, Quentin Williams is a beast. But I'm saying the other guys, let's start rotating guys in more for these guys that are having a huge snap count. Clemens shouldn't have a huge, and Kinlaw should not have a huge snap count if our defensive line is not elite. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but to be fair, ATH, I mean, Kinlaw, I mean, they're paying him $7 million. So if people are talking about money wise, with Quentin Williams, and I know it's a lot different. It's 25 million. Kinlaw's got to be on that field, man. And I thought Javon Kinlaw had a good game on Sunday.
He had a decent game
Don,
against
hey, June,
Good
good
morning.
morning.
He had a decent
Jan,
San Fran too. What's up there, Mark? How you doing there, brother?
I'm good, man. Much better today. How you doing?
I'm breathing, man. Can't complain. Day above ground is a good day.
Hey, Dom, are you ready?
Yeah, is anybody speaking right now? I can't hear anything. I think I got to drop and come down, Pete.
Yeah, drop and come
I'm gonna
back, and
drop.
I'll get you right back up.
But I'll say this. I'll say I'm not. I feel also last year they had a huge rotation gap. When I mean like they were rotating guys in, like the snap count was even with the other defensive linemen. But I feel like this year, I feel like a select few guys are getting this, a huge snap count, and everyone else
Mm-hmm.
just has to stay on the bench. Like even last year, as good as our defensive line was, people knew that with the Jets defensive linemen, they're just gonna keep on rotating guys, and they never get tired because they just keep on rotating. But I feel like this year they have like these guys that just stay on the line. They get the huge snap count, and everyone else just stays on the bench. So I just feel like just do what you did last year. Just keep on rotating guys in, especially if you're not producing the same way as last year. I don't think it's a disrespect.
I get your point. Yeah. But I mean, listen, man, just like Mark said, I mean, I get it, but if we're winning games, I mean, listen, I'm gonna switch it here. Like I want to see Mike Williams catch more passes, but if Mike Williams catches two balls for 43 yards and the Jets win, I don't care. Like just win. But it is concerning. I'll give you that.
Wouldn't this be a good game to have Olu take some snaps on a short week for Tyron? Like, wouldn't
No,
this be a good
thanks.
week
No,
to lower
no,
his?
no, no. You know what I would do though? Like I don't know. I would hold on one second. I would, maybe put Olu in goal line with Allen and freaking Brees,
As a swing
and go
tackle, I'm all
jumbo.
right with it, but I have serious pushback on this one. At this point, Rodgers and his health, after two starts, he's starting to really look right. And Tyron Smith has looked, this whole line has looked excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Mark, but you know what Tyron Smith's issue is. It's not being superb; it's availability, right? And this is a shortened week. That's all I'm saying is we drafted Olu to be a starting left tackle for 10 plus years on this team. We shouldn't be hesitant or afraid to have this kid
Yeah.
on a
Let's
football
let's
field.
get to Dom because I know Dom wanted to talk here. Dom, good morning, man. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Um,
You didn't
yeah, to that point, that hey, I got something that I wanted to say earlier, but to Buckeye's point right then and there, let's get like a 30-0 lead. Fingers crossed, and then you can put Tyrod Taylor and Olu Fashanu in the fourth quarter. That's I'm all for getting him some reps. You want to bring in you want to follow or copycat on what like Buffalo and Detroit's doing and have run some sets with the six offensive linemen. Like I'm all for it, but right now, while we're in games with Aaron Rodgers, like give me the offensive line that is producing like a top tier unit. Olu will get his reps. He'll have plenty of time to do it.
Hey
But
Dom,
that's not what
real
I was
quick.
talking about.
Dom, just
Yes, sir.
that's what I
Yes,
was
yes.
talking about with the jumbo. Who's the guy on the Bills that came in? He's gotten some run. That's what
Yeah, they're one of their backup tackles. I think his name's Anderson.
okay.
Um, and Detroit has done it, for a couple years now as
Hmm.
well.
Okay.
Um, Detroit did it. As a matter of fact, it was a playoff game. Remember, there's a big to do because he didn't report as eligible, and he said he did, and there was a big penalty about it.
Yes,
I believe a
yes.
couple years
Oh
ago.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's opportunities for it, but a couple things. More of a general comment to something somebody was talking about before. In terms of there is quarterback play down, the passing game down, teams are running more. I think every so often you kind of just the league fluctuates. It's been a pass happy league for the past whatever. You're seeing more and more, base nickel defenses and dime and penny defenses. What's a better way to to combat that than to, put the ball on the ground and pound it, right? Pause.
You feel that way tonight, Tom?
Well, I think it's tonight is a different story, because I think you have a team in New England that's going to want to. They're averaging 100, I think 170, 180 yards on the ground. They got a quarterback in there that's going to not push the ball vertically, but also not make many mistakes. Very, short, safe passes. Ball control, and that's what they want to do. Problem is, they're missing their left side of their line, their left side of their starting line. They're starting a rookie at left tackle. I'm not sure who's in that left guard, and the center is also questionable. Micah Wenwu is that right tackle, who also I believe is questionable. So the only healthy guy they have on that offensive line is Layden Robinson, and that's the point I wanted to make in regards to their offense versus our defense. Everyone hypes up, and as they should. He should get his flowers about Sherwood, but a lot of people see what he did in the stats. I agree with Petey is that I think Quincy really, really played a phenomenal game last week, and he helped really carry that linebacker core because he took over as the Mike for CJ Mosley. I don't know if that's a good long-term play. If CJ's going to be out for an extended period of time, you get guys like Layden Robinson, who is just a big bully, physical specimen, and you get on, you get him, released on a linebacker. Quincy Williams is going to have a tough time shedding that block, right? And that's going to open up that, inside power, power of the traps, the counters, the duos, all that stuff, where New England has been very, very efficient so far. So that to me is a concern. That to me, and I mean, concern might be a little bit strong of a word, but that's something that to keep note of. And I think you just got to press this. You got to press this defense vertically. I think you got to take our offense. Aaron Rodgers has to send guys and press them vertically. They play the most cover 2 zone in the league. You got to beat it with vertical routes. You got to beat it with high-low combinations. And, that'll soften them up a little bit so that, then you can come back and counter back with the run.
All fair points, Dom.
Dom, I'm sorry to jump in, guys. Good morning. Dom, I just jumped in. Were you talking about the New England's O-line?
Yeah, that most of them are out.
Right, yeah. I'm saying for them, like, I know he was talking about the traps and stuff, but wouldn't it be a little bit different now, considering they got to start a rookie, a new left guard? And, I don't know if the center is going to play either.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. They got a second or third round rookie playing left tackle. I'm not sure who their backup left guard is, and their center's questionable. Wenyu at right tackle has been limited all week, although he'll probably play. And Layden Robinson at right guard is pretty much the only healthy mainstay, and he's probably their best offensive lineman.
Right. And
All right.
so that's going to hurt Stevenson, maybe. Let's see.
Hopefully, and
Well, it could.
And real quick, let me get to the
Vino.
Patriot
Go ahead.
fan Vino.
Sorry.
Stay up. Hold on. Go ahead, Vino. What up? Morning.
Good
Patriot
morning,
fan.
y'all. Good morning.
What's up, V?
Not much, man. Just to point to the offensive line, just to let y'all know, the left guard hasn't even played a single game this year. We've had Nick Leverett over there really starting the entire year. So, I mean, our guy who's been there has been getting the reps in that spot. Vidarian Lowe was actually our second left tackle because we had signed Chuck Secor for, and then he shit the bed so bad week 1 that we actually benched him in the second quarter, and then he just quit the team. So Yeah, that goes on that. So the guy that we actually have starting today was the man who was opposite of Olu, the guy you guys took in the first round.
Yeah, he was a kid from Penn
Yeah,
State, right? The
yeah,
right tackle for
Caden
Penn State.
Wallace, and they said
Caden Wallace. Yep.
in their reports that if it wasn't for the fact they had Olu, Caden for sure would have been their starting left tackle. So, but still, it's a rookie going up against the National Football League, and we've seen so far that primarily most of the rookies, especially the tackles, have really been faltering. So,
Yeah, Vino, can I just make a point real quick, guys?
go ahead,
See,
Peter.
guys, this is why I like other people coming up and speaking because look, I didn't even realize this. Now, it's Olu's other guy that he played with last year. This is, this is what I love about the spaces, especially in here. I want to know about the Patriots tonight. That's a great point, Vino. Thank you. Go ahead.
That's no problem. But also, Mayo has kind of also publicly in our reports over here on our side, he's publicly said that we need to push the ball vertically downfield. Do I believe that you guys are the ones to do it against? No, but also at the same time, you have to make defenses somewhat respect you and not continue to disrespect you and press you all day. Now, our rookie Jalen Polt that we have actually has won the most separation on his route so far this year out of all rookies at a 31% clip. So I'm not saying that, he's going to sit up here and torch you guys up, but you will in the all 22 after the game most likely go ahead and see some plays where you see him go ahead and get open and it's like, wow, you just missed him because let's be real, our offensive line is not top tier. We run to the right side of the line primarily, and when we do that, we average, I'd probably say, about 6.5 yards per clip. So honestly,
Fair.
guys, like this is gonna be a real dogfight in the trenches, like I've said all week. And we're gonna see how it goes on the defensive side for us. Gonzalez versus Wilson has had success in the past, but we know that was with a different bum at quarterback. Now you guys have something real to go ahead and throw to. So it's gonna be a fun one tonight for you guys on offense. If you love real defensive football.
Vino's cooking this morning. Thank you for that insight, man. Let me ask you something. How's Brissett looking after two
Uh
games? Do you think they might flip the switch to May if the Jets start to suffocate Brissett, or is it Brissett for the game?
I believe that if it gets to the point where it's out of hand, that's the only way May will come in. As as long as the Patriots have a shot to win the game, no matter how bad the quarterback play will be tonight out of Brissett, I believe that they will keep Brissett in no matter what. Because they do not want to rush May unless it comes to a garbage time situation where you can get him real live game reps. Also, I will add one more point though. The linebacker that we are missing today, Jawan Bentley, 100 plus tackles for the past 3 years. Jelani Tavai and Raekwon McMillan will be the starting middle linebackers for us today. And the one thing that I just want everybody outside of win or loss for the Patriots, the only thing I want to come out of tonight is I want everybody to go ahead and know Keon White on a prime time game. That's really about it for me.
Vino,
Yep.
make sure you don't disappear.
Oh, I will be here.
We got
I will be
another.
here.
No, 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 because we play you week 8, I believe, after Pittsburgh. So the Jets go to New England. They'll two will be done by week 8, I believe.
I got you.
So
About to say, and
yeah,
I'm not gonna pop in your guys' space tonight if you guys have a post game only because win or loss, the either the victory lap or I'm not trying to rain on nobody's parade. I'll hop in tomorrow, just letting y'all know, and I'll chat with you guys tomorrow on it. But I'm
Always
not gonna
welcome.
hop.
bet.
I'm not gonna hop in tonight, regardless. I'm just letting y'all know right now, win or loss, because I don't want to try to victory lap after and crush you guys, or like walk into a victory lap and get shitted
Mm,
on freshly after.
hey, man,
Don't
we're
worry.
trying.
I'll
Hey,
be here.
hold on.
No, you guys are
We're
respectful. You
trying
guys
to.
are respectful. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
it's me. Look at this. Hey, it's Mish and J Mick, the two of the old
Don't
school Twitter
worry. I'll be
Hey,
here.
what's
people.
going on,
Mish,
Leash?
But
what's
nah,
up,
What's
What's
up,
Mish?
man?
one last thing
How you
before I head
been?
out of here. Y'all know as well as anything from any Patriots fan, it's always fuck the Jets, though. Y'all know that. So,
Yeah, all right.
all right,
Hey,
now I'm
I
out of here. Now
all
I'm out
right,
of here.
hold on. All right. This gets the first mute of the day. Good morning, Jeff fans. You know what? Go freaking, go tuck that tweet like fucking Tom Brady. Tuck that freaking bullshit ass call that changed the whole NFL, Mr. Vino. Fuck the tuck rule. Excuse my
Crazy.
language,
It's
folks.
not our fault that the rule was on the books. I mean, we ain't make the rule; they just enforced it. That's all.
J Mick, I'm not. Hey, what's up, man? How you been? All
Yeah,
right.
I've been chilling. I've just been
J
listening.
Mick, 1 second. Yeah, 1 sec. Let me get to Neil, and then Anthony and you guys jump in. All right.
Good morning, Petey.
What's up, Neil?
23 Jets, 13 Patriots is how I could see this going. I think the last speaker nailed a lot of good points about the Patriots offensive line. Caden Wallace played right tackle at Penn State, really struggles with speed. My bold prediction is that after tonight, Will McDonald is tied in the NFL lead with 5.5 sacks. I think he could get 2.5 sacks on Caden Wallace tonight. And I think Javon Kinlaw has a good favorable matchup. The left guard's going to be Michael Jordan, the guy, not the Michael Jordan we all know.
Oh man, my favorite athlete of all time. I'm kidding.
The left guard who came out of Ohio State, who I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the Patriots actually just signed him within the last 7 days. So I think there's some good matchups. The only thing I really see that the Patriots might have on offense, I know the Jets can sometimes struggle with the tight end on the other team. Hunter Henry seems like he's off to a good start, but I think the Jets should cruise here. I don't think they're going to have to do anything line could continue to build success off of last week and eat on a banged up team, especially if Michael Onwenu's out. It could be a field day for the Jets, and that score prediction could go. But so I think for tomorrow morning, you guys are going to be 2-1, looking up. So good luck tonight. Hope everyone stays healthy out there on the field. And I'll shut up and listen.
Thanks, Neil. I think Miami's got Seattle in Seattle this week.
Yeah, look,
Correct?
I don't think. I'll be honest. Even if a healthy Dolphins at the quarterback, that's a tough place to go win. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't.
Have you ever been there?
I have never been to Seattle. No.
That's somewhere where I listen, guys. I don't go to road games really, but that's a place where I would love to go and just absorb that crowd noise because that place is insane.
Yeah,
But go ahead,
no,
Neil.
yeah, I think the Dolphins are going to, unfortunately, I know a lot of people try to look at the glass half full. I think the Dolphins are going to struggle immensely with Skylar Thompson at the helm. Um, I don't think he's capable of winning a game, even with the schedule we have coming up. I'd like to see them transition to Tyler Huntley. If they go 1-3 here, while Tua's out, as season's practically over with the murderer's row of schedule we have at the end of the year. So not a lot of good mojo in Dolphins world right now. And then then the whole $1 million question is what happens from here, because there is a 1 year out into his contract. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. The Dolphins are pretty stubborn and loyal, so maybe nothing happens. But I do think the conversation at least needs to be had. Even if you roll with a guy like Tua, I'm spending a first round pick on a quarterback. And the guy that I want, and it's early in the process, and I know Don was up here and he does draft. I like the kid Garrett Nussmeier out of LSU a lot. I think this guy is better than Quinn Ewers. He's better than Shador Sanders. I think he's on par with Carson Beck. I think he's a guy who's named to watch. And then one tidbit I threw in the chat is I've heard that the Jets have done some scouting on ECU cornerback Siobhan Revel, who's I think he has potential to be this year's Quinion Mitchell. I know they've had scouts at 2 games of ECU's this year.
Neil, is that guy? Is that guy who runs real? He's really quick, right?
Yeah,
He's like fast as
yeah,
hell.
he had the picks.
Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
he had the pick 6 this week. He's a guy that Tony Pauline had on his watch list before the season. He's a guy that I'll be honest, he might not be on the board when the Jets are picking. I know it's a long way away, but with the need for corner, I think he's a top 20 pick. So, but I know they've done some work on him, and I know that last year they had done some work on 2 Ohio State guys, the receiver Emeka Egbuka and the pass rusher JT. And I'm going to butcher this, Tuamaloa. Those are 2 guys I know the last year during the cycle that the Jets had done some work on.
Neil, always a pleasure. You're always welcome in here,
Yeah,
man.
definitely, brother. Good luck, man. Everyone have a good rest of the week. Finish strong. We're
Thanks.
almost another week closer to retirement.
For you, for work, or
I said, hey, every week's
for
closer.
all of us?
Yeah,
Hey,
right. Every week's
it's
closer,
one
man.
day. It's one day closer for all of us, right?
Amen.
Guys, real quick, if you guys, good morning, everybody in the space. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I see lots of fan bases in here. Shout out to the Jeff fans. It's home opener. I see Joe Jet, Nick C, Hector, Ron, what up? John Amorello, what's up? Nelson, Charles, Viz, Neil Brooks on the other side, what up? If you guys please could subscribe to Jets Commute on YouTube. We're streaming live. You know, we're almost at 100. You know, we're building it. So if you guys can get, you guys drive the space, not us. You know, it's not just the speakers and the hosts and the co-hosts; it's the listeners too. So if you guys could, subscribe to that, we'd really appreciate it. And yeah, let's continue the convo. Anthony, real quick, let me get to Mish because I haven't talked to her in a minute. Mish,
Good morning.
good morning.
How are you?
Good, Mish. I have a question for you. When we first met, you guys were just coming off on Twitter, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We were first coming off, the Patriots, started their decline. But, I mean, Mish, I'm sorry for you, but I'm not. Go ahead. I'm just
You're
kidding.
sorry for me. Mama,
Go ahead.
Mama, that we've known each other. We both haven't won nothing. That's crazy. In any event, it is game day. The NFL is hilarious. Do you notice how they already got our whole schedule up out of there? Like the whole division has already played a Thursday night game.
Oh, yeah. Tonight, yeah,
Yeah.
it's back-to-back
I'm like,
divisions. That's right.
they are
That's
ridiculous.
a good point.
They are ridiculous. They said, let's hurry up and get them out of here. They did their Thursday night for tonight. Cool. I'm excited to watch this game, to be honest. I feel like what I saw last week on our side was very encouraging, competitive. I don't think that we're going to be an easy out as people think that we are. Jacoby Brissett, oh goodness. I only got a few more weeks to watch this because he's gonna get himself hurt. And I don't wish injury on nobody. It's just the stupid things that he does to me that like he takes, I think, ill-advised hits. He doesn't know when to slide. And dude, you're in year 8. So this is stuff that you should have been known already. So we'll see how many more weeks he got left out there. I'm thinking by week 5 that May is the starter. Just my thoughts. Our defense, I'm excited.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm being so serious. Between our offensive line struggles and Jacoby, because it's not a all one thing. It's kind of like 50-50. Between those two things, I think that's when Drake starts. But we'll see. Our defense, with Jawan going down, I think he's down for the year with that torn pectoral. Bummer. That really, ugh, I hate that for him. And like Vino said, I'm ready to see Keon White, Christian Gonzalez, see all the young guys. Jonathan Jones, our secondary, see how it matches up with you guys, and I think it's gonna be very competitive. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, these are two boring teams." Patriots and rebuild, and Aaron Rodgers coming off of injury, but I really do think it'll be a good game tonight. Um, Obviously, we're gonna run the ball down your throat. No pause. And we're gonna see what we can get tonight. I do think that we win, though. I'm gonna come on here first and say I do think we win. I do think we win. So the 23 to 13, I would love a 10-point spread. Anybody want to bet that? Oh, okay. No. Okay.
Nah, I don't know.
Okay. We'll see. Even if it's a field goal, I think the Patriots win tonight. Sorry.
That's fair. That's how you feel. Don't apologize. You're always welcome in here, Mish.
For sure.
It's good to Mish. This was a nice present surprise. Thank you for coming in.
No
I
problem.
know we had Shaggy, we got Mish and Jay. I feel like it's Pat's Twitter
J
royalty
Mick,
coming in. How
yeah,
about it?
yeah, Vino. You guys are around. I like that. There's some Patriot fans still out there. But
Still out there. It's
Mish,
crazy.
well, I mean, like, look, we're gonna have a different, as you notice, they're now all these young kids like the Chiefs, it was the
Mm-hmm.
Patriots,
Yeah.
so it's trending. I don't think, people are attracted to New England now as they used to be. They're just not,
It's all good.
Mahomes. So you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, Mish, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, great. Have a great day. All right.
You too.
All right, Anthony, and then Jay Mick.
What's up, guys? Good morning.
What's up, Anthony?
What up? What up? No, today.
You
I mean,
going today? You going?
yeah, yeah, of course.
Cool.
I'm gonna
Enjoy,
be
bro.
there. Yeah. No, I was just looking over some of the Patriots stats and stuff. I was really looking at Brissett. He hasn't thrown over 150 yards yet. So I know they're probably, pounding Stevenson, but I mean, pause on that. But, um, but I mean, with the O line situation tonight, I really think the Jets should stack the box and go out and show why they're the best secondary, play man coverage on those guys. I mean, they're not like world beaters. I mean, they got some good pieces, but and every time Brissett has been successful, he's had a lot of weapons around him. I feel like he doesn't have that this year with the Patriots. I mean, he doesn't have a Terry McLaurin. He doesn't have an Amari Cooper or a Nick Chubb. So, I mean, I think that's the way they should play it. I feel like this is one of the rare games they could stack the box and let those guys play man coverage all night.
Yeah, let New England beat you down the. I agree. I agree with that for sure.
I mean,
For sure.
and
Listen,
you'll be able to get
Ant,
to.
Let me just say one thing. Jet fans, if you're going to the game tonight, seriously, I know Fireman Ed made a video yesterday. I posted it. This is different, okay? We have a quarterback now. We have the fan base, as you know, Jeff fans, even when we lose, Jeff fans are loud, raucous. If you're going to that game tonight, just get up, cheer, let's go. It's opening day. It's opening day. It's the home opener at home. I am so excited. If you're going, let's go. All right.
It should be.
Shout out
It
to
should
all
be.
the fans.
It should be equivalent to next year, Petey. I mean, last year. I'm sorry.
Can I
No,
echo
I
something
agree.
last.
also, guys? Something that
Yes, and then J Mick.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
something that
Mark.
Ed said and that the players have said. I don't know if you guys saw the social media team records the players when they come out for practice. Please be in your seats early. Don't miss the kickoff. Like, be loud from the jump. It had an effect. So many fans showing up at Tennessee. Like Quinnen even said it from the podium. It felt like half the stadium was Jet fans. Like, if you think the players don't take note of that stuff, the excitement around the team, like they feed off the energy of the fans too. Just be in your seat early. The players are asking you for that. Even if you don't like the coach, the head coach is asking you for that too, and Ed's asking you. So that's all good, Pete.
Well, yeah, and to that point, listen, Mark, I posted all the time. That first, that first series against Buffalo last year was deafening. And then Aaron Rodgers went out, you know, and the crowd. This is the thing. If Aaron Rodgers is in the game, I think the crowd will be like that all game. The Buffalo game was in spurts because we went down, 13-3, and then we made this miraculous comeback. I don't know how we did it, but that Garrett
Yeah,
Wilson
they weren't.
catch, yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
they didn't get back into it until that Brees Hall run. To be honest, when we
Well,
went
yeah,
for like
and
70 yards.
the Garrett Wilson catch, the amazing catch, and then
Oh
the next play, Jermaine Johnson causes a fumble. I believe it was
yeah,
Jermaine or Clemens, and the Jets
yeah.
got the ball back.
Pete, I think that
It
it
was
was
an
No,
home.
incredible
I think
game.
that it was home, and that the fans were engaged. I think that had a factor in them winning at home against Buffalo after seeing Rodgers get hurt. If it
Mark,
were an away game,
Mark,
can you
no,
imagine?
yeah,
Petey. I
Mark.
mean,
Go ahead, Dan.
no.
And
I was
then
gonna
J
say,
Mick.
I really want the Jets secondary to. I mean, DJ Reed and Carter are gonna be in the lineup. I want them to show why they're saying they're the best secondary in the league. Like, go out there and show it. I mean, you're not playing against Justin Jefferson and all these other guys. You know, if you really want to be considered the best secondary, man up and lock those guys down tonight.
I agree. And listen, the fans will be in their seats. They're lighting fireworks off at 7:15 for everybody to get in the building. It's going to be raucous, okay? These players are going to be doing the Jet chant. They're going to feed off of this. If you're watching on TV, you'll be hearing us through the TV, Jeff fans. So, J Mick, go ahead. Good morning, man.
Uh,
How you
I've
been?
been pretty good. And a good morning to the space, PD, Mark, and June.
What's up,
Yeah,
man?
I mean, I'll be in your space all the time. I mean, I'll be listening like the whole summer or whatnot. Um, so what I'll say about this game is I said about like our first three games to my own fan base. Like the first three against the Bengals and the Seahawks, I told my fan base they were winnable games. And we, especially with T Higgins not playing in the first game, I knew once he wasn't playing that the game was winnable and we won it. Game last week we could have won. And for anybody that thinks that this game gonna be a walk in the park, I guess you haven't really watched our games this year. Like that's just
Oh, I
yeah. But
don't.
I mean,
I don't.
certain people in your fan base think it's or other people that are giving predictions think it's gonna be a walkthrough, and that just let me know that you ain't really watching us. Because I mean, like we are a very physical team, and that's just the way we play offense and defense. Um, but yeah, I mean, for me, the key to the game is it's going to be like it's probably been said a million times, but it's our offensive line. I mean, Caden Wallace, like a lot of the fan base has been calling for him to play left tackle over Badarian Lowe because Badarian Lowe is pretty bad. So I mean, Badarian got hurt, and so he's out. So I mean, they're putting Caden at the left, and then I mean, like Mike had a bad week last week, so I expect him to bounce back with a better performance. And then I expect us to run the ball. I mean, that's what we do the best on offense, and the Jets have a hard time stopping the run. So that's what I expect. And then I mean, defensively, yeah, I mean, like we lost Jawan Bentley, and I mean that's great, but I mean I don't say that's great. I mean that's obviously a disappointment, but he didn't play the majority of the game against the Seahawks. And I mean, even when he was out the game, I think the team only I think the Seahawks only averaged like 3 yards per carry. So I mean, we have the second best run defense in the league. So I mean, I don't like if I was the Jets, my game plan would be to throw it early and then what I mean, like we run it later to open up the run. That's what I would do. Because I mean, if you're gonna line up the first quarter in your first possession and try to run pass, I mean, I just don't think that's gonna be like a good outcome for you. So I mean, that's just what I would do. The way I see the game is, I mean, like fans of mine, I told my fans again, like this is to me, it's a winnable game. They can win the game. I mean, they just can't turn over the ball. I mean, they have to limit the sacks. It just plays, just play solid defense because Jacoby hasn't been sacked a whole bunch of times. I mean, even though I believe our pressure rate is the second worst in the league, but I mean, he's gotten off the pocket. He's made plays with his legs, and stuff like that. So I mean, as long as he continues to do that and not turn over the ball, I think we have a good chance to win. So and I got it like I mean something like 2017 or 23-20. I mean, I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah, J Mick. Listen, I didn't predict the Jets to win 12, 13 games this season. I was getting, whatever. Who cares? My own fan base is clapping at me for it. Oh, have some guts. J Mick, I think the spread is too high. I don't think the Jets should be 6.5 point favorites. I think this is going to be a dogfight. I see it, 23-19 anyway. I see it going either way. I do think the Jets will win because they're at home, but I think you guys could win the game. I do.
Yeah, I mean, and
There's
so I mean, like
that's my
yeah, I mean,
opinion.
sometimes I look at is the fact that like Rodgers obviously coming off the injury. I mean, he hasn't looked too like he's looked okay for the most part. So I just kind of wonder what like he's only had 4 days off, so I kind of wonder what that's going to look like for him. So, but I mean, like I mean, like he's
Yeah.
starting to get the Jets. I've seen both the Jets games, so like it seems like each game he's getting better. So I mean, I would expect him to be I mean because y'all played the Titans on Sunday, so I expect him to be better than he was on Sunday. I just don't know how much better.
Jay Mick, let me ask you a question real quick, and then we'll get to ground
Sure.
and punt. So, and thanks for
Yep.
coming in, bro. Good to hear from you. So, do you think that the overtime game hurt you guys because that was a grinded out game? And look, now you got to travel. I know it's only an hour plane ride, but New England's worn down too.
Sure.
But the Jets are
I
home.
mean, the only thing I would say is we're a younger team than you, though. That's the one thing I would say. Um, but I mean, yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, like going to overtime, against Seattle. I mean, Seattle's also like another physical team. And so I mean, like there were chances for us in that game, not for that game to go to overtime. Because I think it was like we were driving and we had third down, and then Jacoby took a sack, and then on the subsequent field goal kick, they blocked the field goal, which that's what made the game go into overtime. So yeah, I mean, I do think it'll have some effect on us because we played, technically, like we played more football than you in terms of minutes. But and you guys have had 1 day less of rest over the first 3 weeks than we have. So I mean, it's kind of like cool. I mean, like yeah, I mean, like you have those things, but I just think with the game tonight, whoever plays the best is going to win. And I mean, that's obviously like Captain Obvious stuff, but I just think that's the way it's going to go. Like I think the team that turns over the ball more is going to lose, and that's just the way I view it.
Fair enough. Thanks for coming in. June,
Sure.
you want to comment, and then we'll get grounded in here?
Nah, I just want to say it's been a long time since I spoke to J Mac, man. What's good with you, brother?
Oh, not much. I mean, like, thing is, I don't come up to talk a lot, but I be in a lot of your spaces. So you know what I mean? So I listen, and then I just be, I mean, like, you guys give, I mean, like, good content. I mean, like, every morning. So
Appreciate that.
Appreciate
Hasn't
that, bro.
Stevenson had a fumbling issue
who?
lately? Stevenson.
No, he
Stevenson
only had one.
Stevenson fumbled last game, but he didn't lose it. I mean, like, sometimes Stevenson kind of holds the ball out there. It's just like his running style. Um, so I mean, I think he fumbled last. I don't know about the Bengals game. I don't remember him fumbling that. He might have fumbled, but he might have recovered that too. So, but yeah,
All right, J Mick, appreciate you, man. Thanks for the compliment too. One
I
love.
appreciate it.
Ground and punt. Go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
What's up, Ground? You
What's up?
excited, man? As you would ask me for the game tonight.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you that it's going to be a dogfight. They do have some players that played us well in the past. You know, Stevenson plays us well. Brissett played well with the Commanders last year, and that when they took out that other guy, what the hell, Sam Howell. So and New England just in general, like they just play us well. They seem to have good blocking schemes. They seem to do a good job of, whenever it's funny, whenever we go against the Patriots, they talk about, oh, they're starting left tackles out or whatever, and the guy always seems to play pretty decently against us. They just seem to, you know, they just seem to, I don't know, maybe their basic fundamentals or whatever it is, but you know, um, I'm excited to see some more development from the offense. You got Rodgers. Did you see Baldy's analysis on him?
Yes.
He's calling this the 2024 Aaron Rodgers laser show. So I mean, I just think he's going to get better. I think Mike Williams is going to get better. I think, kind of, the the Bucks kind of took them a good 12 weeks to really start hitting their stride. And I'm hoping the same thing for this team because you could definitely see that they're not, clicking on all cylinders, but they are getting touchdowns and they are making some key plays that they never would have made in previous years. And
I agree with you on that, Ground. Ground, we finally have a quarterback.
we finally have a great quarterback.
Right.
And
Right.
and so he's also just the whole entire leader of the team. Yeah, Quinnen's a leader, and I get it. Like Sauce, DJ Reed, they're leaders, but he's the type of leader that kind of creates an energy of belief that can just manifest wins that they never would have gotten in previous years. And so that's what I'm counting on. I have faith in him, and we'll see. June and Mark, real quick question for you guys: at what point do we play the Miami theme song?
Oh,
What
can
week?
we look?
Week
I
7?
wanted to know if A-Chain is healthy and the rest of it, but I mean, whatever. If you're a Dolphin fan and listener, earmuffs. I think it's a wrap. I think this division was going to be close, maybe decided by a game down the stretch, and it was a 3-team race. I think it's changed to 2 teams. I mean, we had a
Mark's
guy up here saying, "Oh, this is the quarterback we're looking at in the draft." I think it's a wrap this year.
I
Mark
actually
Scott.
thought it was a two horse race, and one of them being Dolphins. But
Uh-oh.
yeah, so
Can
we'll
I
see.
just something on this matchup because fans that are predicting blowout, I think there's just setting all the X's and O's aside for a second. I
Mhm.
wouldn't forget that one, it's a division game, so I'm expecting a Patriots team that's ready to play. And Gerard Mayo is a former Patriot, and he's used to being a team that wipes their feet off on the Jets.
Correct.
Like they're going to be loaded for bear, and they're expecting to come in and smack the Jets in the face. I'm sure they watched what happened in San Francisco, and they're like, Tennessee failed at this. We are not. And we have a back to do it. They're going to roll out a lot of, I think, 13 person. They're going to be a lot of heavy fronts. They're going to see if they could smash the Jets up front. Like, I think it's going to be an important part of the game plan. And for the Jets, the challenge is, can you keep these guys behind and down in distance? Can you, instead of 3rd and 2s, can you make it 3rd and 6? Like, can you force them to throw the ball and force them to try to move the chains? Down in distance, I think, is going to play an important part of this one. But folks predicted a blowout. I don't know what, like, guys, division teams are just tough matchups anyway. And you have a head coach that's used to beating the Jets.
I think a key player in the game is going to be Mike Williams. He made a huge play that I think has done a lot for his mental. When you have a knee injury like that, and you run the type of route that he did, and then do a leaping catch, and getting hit, and all that happening all in one fluid play, I
Yep.
think that could be just a mental hurdle for him that can really have him contributing more in the games. And we just got to hope Will
So
McDonald wants to kick it up a notch. And Braylon Allen, scored 2 touchdowns. He's got he's had ball security issues in college. And you just hope that, he stays humble and he can continue to be that, that, that battling ram that he's
ground.
been.
I think the play of the game. Ground. I think the play of the game was Mike Williams's catch in the fourth quarter. That prolonged the drive. You're talking about then it's 3rd and 16 if they don't get that catch. You know, then you're talking about a field goal maybe, and then Tennessee's only got to go down the field and get a field goal, and that drive could have been winning.
What was the
So
down and distance? Like 2nd and 16 or something like that?
yeah, it was 2nd and
Yeah.
16. Yep.
The drive would be over last year.
Right. Oh, without a doubt. Ground, real quick. Bobby came up here. Bobby Thompson, who's an avid
Bobby.
Patriot fan. What's up, Bobby? Good morning. How are you? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good, good. Give me your prediction real quick. What do you think's going to happen real quick? And what are you looking forward to? What do you think the Jets could do to exploit your team? Give me your thoughts.
Well, I mean, it's it's going to be a lot different. There's no Bill Belichick on the sideline. Um, However, the Patriots' offense is a bit pedestrian, more than people realize. I mean, our passing attack is abysmal. Jacoby Brissett doesn't force the ball down the field. He just takes these dinks and dunks that will work a little bit, but with a secondary like this, you're gonna have to find whatever's open, and it's gonna be hard to find something open. Um, I think the game plan is going to be what
Did we lose him?
the 49ers did, but also the 49ers offensive line is a hell of a lot better than what the Patriots. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back. You're in and out a little bit, but good, Bob.
Okay. No, I was saying like the Patriots offensive line is not as good as the 49ers. I know we want to follow that, blueprint of what they did, but I don't know if how successful it could be. Ramondre has played well against you guys. You guys don't have the same um, defensive line you had last year. A lot of, the depth, but it's still there and strong. The game plan for the Jets is force Jacoby Brissett to throw the ball. Let's be honest here. That's going to be the game plan. And for the Patriots defense, I really like what I see. We just lost for the year, unfortunately, our best linebacker, Jawan Bentley, but I like the depth behind him. So we'll see what happens with that in terms of a communication standpoint. But the one thing I will say is the Patriots secondary is pretty good. I like what I see. Obviously, you guys get to see a heavyweight battle between Garrett Wilson and Christian Gonzalez again. And for those of you who don't know, Christian Gonzalez last week against DK Metcalf, 7 targets, 3 catches, 24 yards. That wasn't his stats for the game. That was just against Gonzalez. But I think tonight we got to get to the quarterback. Keon White, the Patriots defensive tackle, and he switches back and forth. He has 4 sacks in 2 games. He's relentless. I love what I see. I thought it would be an issue when we lost Judon. It has not. Most certainly has not. Getting to the quarterback. The run defense for the Patriots has been very good. So I think it's not going to be a blowout by any means necessary. I feel it's going to be a close battle. It's going to come down to somebody in here said before the turnovers. I agree 100%. If the Patriots could also get after Rodgers and get him off the field, and the game plan is
turf, but that was Brees in week 1. Week 2, the Jets had they won the turnover battle. So I wouldn't predict a blowout, but I think the Jets should win this at home. It's just a more talented team. That's at some point it comes down to that too. But they're gonna play tough, and look, it's a division game, and they're not scared of the Jets. That's for sure.
Can I ask you a question, Mark?
Mark, yeah,
Can I
go
ask you a
ahead.
question?
Yep.
Is it
Oh, Mark.
is it safe to say that we're the more talented team, but we're the that Patriots have better coaching? I'm just being curious.
Oh,
Just
I
curious.
think Mayo's gonna have them ready to play for sure, and it's a division matchup, so there's that too. I mean, look, we as fans we beat up Hackett. Some folks will cape for Ulbrich and the rest of it, and then people can't stand Saleh. I understand it, and it's New York, and the rest of it. But now Saleh's got it. Listen, they now have a quarterback, and through 2 games, the Jets have scored 3 touchdowns in each matchup. So I don't know. Maybe it's a way too early prediction, but I think that this is the season that Saleh is able to turn. They're going to start playing winning football. That's what's going to happen, and then it's going to be a difficult question about
Mark, the
Saleh.
Jets.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Mark, real quick, June, it's a good question. I'm not going to anoint Mayo. He's done a great job so far with a young
Yeah,
team that everybody predicted was going to be
yeah.
like 3-14. Let's see how they play out, but the Jets have to win these next 2 games at home. You got to go. You got to win. And listen, I'm not banking these tonight's going to be really tough, but we have the crowd on our side. That's going to help big time. So just go out and win the game. I don't care. Bob, I couldn't hear a thing. I was in an
Mm-hmm.
elevator. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. I know you came back. I know you're coming up here today. Are you attending the game tonight?
It's still up in the air. I might. If somehow, I'll tell you this. Um, I'll tell you this. If somehow Gerard Mayo decides to start Drake May tonight, my ass will be there.
No, well, maybe Pete can make a call to his rep and see if there's any seats by me. I'll see what I could do. All right.
If you do, yeah, I'm coming in at 4. Let me know, and then I'll just swing by. But yeah, what I was saying before is this game is definitely going to be a hard fought battle. I agree. Whoever wins the turnover battle is going to win this game. You turn the ball over once, it's going to be a problem because look, let's be honest here. I agree 100%. The more talented team is the Jets, 100%. They got the quarterback. They got a fantastic defense. They got to clean up the rush defense, but I think they could do that. It's early on in the year. I wouldn't really worry about that too much. The offense looks really good. And now not only do you have Brees Hall being used the right way with not only with rushing yards, but with receptions and receiving yards, now you also have another guy in the backfield that could catch and run the ball who's built like a brick house who will just run you over. I really like what I see from the Jets. The first game, it's the 49ers. Wouldn't feed too much into it. Last week, you guys were down early. You come back. You played well. The bottom line is for the Patriots today is it's going to be a challenge. Their left tackle position was a mess to begin with. The Jets pass rush, obviously no Reddick, but Will McDonald having a huge game last week. I watched that, worried about it. I still think Clemens is very good. Of course, Quinnen on the inside is going to be a problem. If CJ Mosley plays, I know he's questionable. I'll ask you guys, in your opinion, does he play? I don't think he does.
No, I think he's going to be out
So
tonight.
I think that's an advantage for the Patriots, but I also think Sherwood for you guys is pretty good. You guys don't have to deal with Jawan Bentley, as I said earlier. But the Patriots yeah,
Bob, can I stop you right there? How important is Jawan Bentley to your
he's very
defense?
important.
Because I mean,
He's the
he's go
green
ahead.
dot on defense. He calls the plays on defense. He's the one who sets you up. But also Gerard Mayo
That was Gerard Mayo's old job back when he was the Patriots linebacker. And he taught one thing of emphasis is his middle linebackers. And Bentley's backup is Jelani Tavai, number 48, who's pretty good. And Roquan McMillan, a lot of Dolphins fans might remember him, who could get the job done. So it's going to be a challenge, but I think they could still. Communication is key, so we'll see what happens tonight. Um, However, with that being said, it's a big loss. But I will tell you this: you guys have a good secondary. So does New England, and I think you guys could agree with me on that. I don't know if you guys heard me
Yeah.
before. Christian Gonzalez, the last two games has been phenomenal. Um, Last week when he covered DK Metcalf. Now, Metcalf went off for 10 catches, 129 yards, and that long touchdown. But when he was covered against Christian Gonzalez on 7 targets, 3 catches, 24 yards. So that's pretty
Wow.
good. Week 1, he went up against Jamar Chase. You ready for this? 6 targets, 3 catches, 14 yards. So I like what I see. Obviously, he's played Garrett Wilson before last year. It's going to be a heavyweight battle. The one thing is, I'm not worried about Gonzalez against Garrett Wilson. I'm more concerned with Jonathan Jones, Marcus Jones going up against the taller receivers you have, like Lazard and Mike Williams. Um, the tight end position for you guys has been a bit quiet, it seems. So Kyle Duggar and, of course, Jersey native Jabril Peppers is going to be fired up tonight. So um, it's gonna be a tough battle. I do want to real quick say I heard before someone say about Ramondre and fumbling. You know that is true. You know he does hold the ball out uh, a little bit, and last week he was lucky enough not to lose a fumble, but he's got to clean that up. They're going to try to do that. Ramondre is the jet killer, guys. You guys seen this before. So I think that's the game plan. But you guys, of course, stack the box, as someone mentioned in here earlier. I agree. But the Patriots have to find a way to get the ball down the field tonight. It's going to be a challenge. Um, but I think that Hunter Henry has been somebody to be reliable for Jacoby Brissett last week. 8 catches, 109 yards. I like what I saw. Um, so it's going to be a challenge, but I think if the Patriots could somehow win the line of scrimmage, offensively and defensively, force Aaron Rodgers off the field. That's the way. Remember, guys, what was the story back in the day when Brady was there for you guys? Time of possession, right? Yep.
Get him off the
Time of
field. Yep.
possession. That's eliminate the minutes that Tom
So,
is on the field. So for us now, yeah.
Bob, real quick. So to that point, because we had a Titans reporter in here the other
Mm-hmm.
day, and I asked him his assessment on Rodgers and what did he
Mm-hmm.
think? And he said at the end of the game, he expected Rodgers to drive the Jets down the field, and he thought that that was going to happen. Do you still see Aaron Rodgers as that type of threat on the
Yeah,
field?
100%. 100%. And don't matter that he's 40 years old. I think, it's rusty. His first 2 games, I think, tonight he's going to be fired up. I'll be honest, I think there is in his mind last time he was on that field, the freak injury, but I think he's going to come out fired up. He wants to prove a point. Um, I think they're going to look to throw the ball early and often. Now the Patriots have to worry about Brees Hall getting the ball out of the backfield. That's what worries me is on these third downs where he looks at Brees to throw the ball and Brees just lowers his shoulder and goes 20 yards. So, tackling is key for the Patriots tonight. It's going to be a tough challenge. This isn't no cakewalk anymore. This is tough. And Rodgers being back, it's the home opener. The fact that it's the home opener, let's be honest here, we all know MetLife is going to be loud as all could be. So Jacoby Brissett better be prepared. I know, he hasn't turned the ball over. Yeah, he hasn't forced the ball down the field either. He needs to do that. We can't be doing these dinks and dunks. Gerard Mayo even made, and listen, I have to go back to what you said, Petey, before Gerard Mayo. I'm actually impressed with him too. I actually think he's pretty smart guy. Guys want to play hard for him. He puts the guys in position to be successful. He's not going to force you to do something you're not comfortable with. I think that's what makes a good coach. And you know what? Look, Patriots last week could have won that game if they just mistakes in the fourth quarter. They can't have that. I'm going to say this now. In my opinion, I think if they put in Drake May, I think he's the guy who could force the ball down the field. He's got, obviously, you guys know about his strong arm. I know rookies haven't looked good this year, but I honestly think if tonight, at some point, they're trying to force the ball down the field and they can't do it, I think, you know what? Never mind development. This is week 3. I think he's seen a little bit. Put the kid in. That's what I think. You don't want to start off 1-2. Obviously, it's early on in the year, but I'm going to keep saying this. Jacoby Brissett, having him on the team is nice, but I think we need just a quarterback who wants to force the ball down the field and has the arm to do it. Not saying he doesn't have it, but I want to see Drake May. I think it's time.
Heck, but go ahead, Mark, and then let's get to
Yeah, just something
Hexagon.
quick. I've been listening to Bobby and kind of thinking through this matchup a little bit more. I think I think Chaz Surratt's going to play an important role. Like with Mosley out, and I don't think he plays, and Sherwood's look good. Like Surratt is the third linebacker. We don't really talk about him much at all. But the more I'm listening to this, I think you're going to see some uncharacteristic stuff out of the Jets. I don't think you're going to see a lot of base nickel. Now I'm starting to think you're going to see a lot of 3-down linebackers, and you may see some single high, maybe even some zero looks. And here's the part that's uncharacteristic: they may blitz more. Like I wonder if the run blitz, if they can't stop New England in their heavy looks with 3 tight ends and Stevenson is allowed to chew up the Jets, it could be a long day. And then it becomes a possession football game, and that leads in New England's favor. They need to stop that look.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you 100%. The one thing the Patriots have been doing a lot on third down too is they bring in our rookie. He's playing left tackle tonight. His Caden Wallace from Penn State. Um, they usually use him as like a jumbo tight end, and once they put him in at jumbo tight end, that's where Stevenson is having these big rushes. Um, if you got that's the game plan. Just stop Ramondre and force Jacoby to throw the ball. There it is. You won. Listen, I'm saying this as a Patriots fan because I know it's going to happen. I know tonight, unless somehow they find an offense that they can force the ball down the field and get open. First off, I want to know who Sauce is even going to cover. That's the thing. DJ Reed is back. There's another problem. Michael Carter's going to play, so your secondary solidified. I think honestly, here's the thing. If I'm New England, I'm attacking the middle of the field without Mosley. With him out there, Hunter Henry. This is a Hunter Henry game for me. And tight ends. And Austin Hooper. Attack the middle of the field.
I
Since he's
agree.
not there,
I agree
take
with that.
advantage of CJ Mosley not being there, standing on the sideline with what's his injury? Is it a toe?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that could linger all year,
Yeah. It's a
Bob.
problem.
That's why. That's why I think the Jets should. I think the Jets should keep him out. We need him down the stretch. I know Mosley is not getting any younger, but he's still the heart and soul of the
Mm-hmm.
defense. And I'm not ready to write CJ Mosley off yet. I understand Sherwood had a great game, but let's pump the brakes. Let me see Jamie and Sherwood consistently do
Yeah.
it too. Bob, let me get to Hexagon and Joe, all right? Because they got their hands up probably for you and definitely not
Yeah.
for me. Hexagon, what up?
What's going on over there, PD? PD, I'm tired of hearing of the fucking Patriots. I'm sorry, excuse my French. But listen, it's time to grow the fuck up, New York Jets. It's time to show the fucking world exactly what the whole world's been talking about for the whole fucking summer. Is that you guys are Super Bowl ready. So let's show the world that the Patriots are fucking phony and that the first 2 weeks wasn't what the Patriots are going to wind up with. That they're not a good team and that we're a good team. And then let's put it on them. Everybody's talking about, oh, this is going to be a close game, division game. Now, fuck that. The Patriots are not supposed to be good. So, and the Jets are supposed to be good. So let's make it happen. The first the first game the year that the whole nation got to see the New York Jets, they got mollywopped. So now you get the second chance of the whole nation with their eyes on you. You got the better QB, you got the better offensive line, you got the better defense. Put it on them. It's the home opener. Put it on the Patriots. Get that monkey off your fucking back. They haven't beat the Patriots at home 8 fucking years. Time to get revenge on the Patriots. And my man that said that maybe he's gonna go to the game if the rookie starts, go to the game. Because I think that this is the game that Williams or somebody hurts your boy, or your boy plays so bad that they got to put him out of the game, and they put the rookie in the game to try to stretch the field. Let's do
But
that.
wait.
Let's
Let's not
embarrass the Patriots
Hexican.
like they've embarrassed
Hold
us
on.
for year after year after year, and show the nation what they were talking about.
Can I
Show
say
the nation
something,
what they were
All right.
please?
talking about the
Hold
whole
on.
summer.
Hold on.
Oh, you're ready for the
Hexican.
Super Bowl. You're ready for the Super Bowl. Show the nation that you're ready for the fucking Super Bowl, and put it on this team that should finish with like 4 wins this year.
I
Let's
don't know if we're
go.
talking to
Oh,
Hexakin or Stephen A. Smith over here. Oh my goodness.
it's incredible. That is incredible.
All right, hold on, Bob. I
Yo.
just muted the room. Hexican, I know you didn't mean it like to cause injury. You
Oh
want
shit.
Bobby to go to the game. Bobby may go to the game. Hexican, I know you did not mean that maliciously, but
What he's saying,
you know,
Pete, is that this could
Pete,
be I'm
Pete.
going to clean it up for Hex. This could be a Trubisky moment with Pittsburgh, where Trubisky gets exposed and it's like, this isn't working. Let's see what the young guy can do. And then Kenny Pickett comes in for the start. This could be a situation like that, where they say, you know what?
The middle, bro. They're missing 3. They might be missing 3 starting offensive linemen. 3 of them in the middle. The center might be gone. You telling me that? And Williams has been super quiet. You seen his stats? Super quiet. They're double teaming. It's time for Williams to put it on them too, and for the world to shut up about
Hexican.
Williams, right? So
Wait,
let's go in the
can
middle.
you
Let's stuff the freaking run. Let's
hold?
make them throw the ball. Let's crush this freaking team and make sure that they
Oh
don't even
my
think
gosh,
about the fucking Jets ever
Yo,
again.
Bob,
yo,
Bobby,
he's a
hold on
coach.
1 second, Bob. Yeah, Bob, Hexican, can you say "Let's go Jets" in Espanol, please?
Me
Please,
cago en la
fucking
madre. Let's
loud.
go fucking Jets. Carajo, puñeta. Enough is enough. Let's go. Show the world what the fuck we
Listen,
Caramba,
is.
sí,
listen.
para,
I don't know. Like
sí.
I said before, I don't think that was. I don't that maliciously. No, no, no. I don't think that at all. That is funny, Hexakin. I don't. Like I said, are we talking to you or Stephen A. Smith? Because I thought that was Stephen A. right there. That's hilarious. Go to the game and put the kid in. Yeah, that's funny as hell, man. That was good. That is. Oh my god, Jesus, that was
Yo,
funny.
he's our coach. Hexican is our coach. Well, I will run through a brick wall for him.
Hold on, Petey. Why don't you go to Hexagon now?
Oh, since we talked to Stephen A. Smith, now Joe Jack. Good
Hey,
morning.
good morning. That was pretty great.
Hey Joe, you better be that enthusiastic tonight at the game, all right? I expect some noise out of
Oh,
you too.
listen, I'll be there with my wife, man. She's picking me up at 4:30. I'm working in Newark today. We're gonna go right to the stadium, and we're gonna get ready for tonight. I'm hoping that like I told you, I was never a part of anything like I was then those pregame festivities last year on 9/11, right? And I'm hoping to top that tonight. I think every Jet fan should be excited. Um, you know,
Joe, Joe, real quick to that point. Okay, I will admit there were parts of that game, like when Rodgers ran out, the Garrett Wilson touchdown, the Gibson, return kick for a touchdown, the walk off. But that New England game in 2009,
oh,
the
that
home
was
opener was
insane.
it was
I
deafening
was
the
there
That
whole
that game
game.
too.
So
that was
yeah,
that
so
that was
Bob, I
I've
mean,
never that was unlike it was the whole game. And they were down 9-3 at halftime, if you remember. It
That was
that
where
was
Julian Edelman started.
Yes, yes, yep. Yep.
Correct. And we had Jericho Cotchery. Shout out to him. But we had Chancey Stuckey as a
I remember.
Yep.
receiver. We didn't even have Braylon Edwards yet. We didn't have
Yep.
Holmes. So I mean, the Jets fans brought it. So Joe, I expect hopefully I see you tonight. But
Yeah.
keep going, man. I want to
Yeah.
hear
No.
this.
So
Joe. I kind of want to end the space now. I'm so
I know.
excited. I don't even know what to
I
say,
know.
man.
I mean,
Like this is like it's paradise
Well,
for
I
me,
know.
man.
guy.
I got my bag already. I got the name of jersey. I got the hat. I got my wife wearing stuff. It's really, really enjoy tonight, right? We have every reason to win, right? There should be no excuses. A lot of the fans are like, oh, it's New England. It could be a tight game. Maybe they're right, but I do expect to win by at least 10 points tonight. Uh,
Let's go. That's
take
what I
take
want to hear. Plus
take
10. Make more money on that. Tease
take
it. Plus
take
10.
advantage.
Hold on. Let's get. Hey, I want Stephen A. Smith to settle down real quick.
Take take advantage of their missing linemen. Thursday night on the road. If you put 8 men in the box and put Sauce on Hunter Henry. I mean, I don't know if he's their main target, then take him out of the game. Do a Belichick, take him out of the game and let Jacoby Brissett beat you with their receivers. That's it. Jump on them big early. Jump on them 10-0, 14-0, and let's enjoy a rocking chair game tonight.
Every
Bro, and
Joe,
year,
there's
this
every
another.
year though,
and
Oh,
not for nothing, guys.
I
Pause real
I
quick. Not for
I
nothing, but this Mosley injury, it's gonna be a blessing in disguise. He's gonna give this guy a little bit of rest. It's gonna give him time. He's gonna give him 10 days. I would sit him, give him 10 full days with that turf toe, cause that shit. I've had that shit, bro. That shit could linger, bro. Like the whole year. And you think you're good, and then you injure it again. But I think it's a blessing in disguise because I think it gets us faster. Sherwood is gonna make my man blossom. Sherwood blossom, and I think that our defense is gonna be better for it in the short term.
Hey, Hexagon, can you do me a favor and tell me how many New England offensive linemen are out tonight?
well, I can
I
tell you
think
right now.
I think
I
it's
think.
three,
I
bro. I
think.
think
There
it's
you
three.
go.
If
I
the
love
Yeah,
center
he
it.
if the
wants
No,
to
center
hear
no,
the.
doesn't
no,
play,
He
no,
I
no,
wants
think
no,
to
it's
no,
hear.
no,
three.
no, no,
No,
no.
He
no, you
wants to
said
hear the
three.
tongue
No, no,
roll.
no.
No, yeah,
Look,
you said three. You said three.
look. Yeah, David Andrews came up on the injury report. Michael Uwenu, our right tackle. I can tell you right now, David Andrews and Michael Uwenu, barring some unforeseen circumstance, they will play tonight.
can
So I
I
will.
echo something? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Bob.
Yeah. So I'm not too worried about that. The left tackle is out. For Darian Lowe, City Sow, his name is. He was a starter. He hasn't played all year yet due to an ankle injury. But other than that, the
What's
Patriots,
going on with your center? I'm hearing your center is doubtful.
I haven't. David Andrews, no, he practiced. He made the trip. He's going to play. Barring on something unforeseen, no, he practiced this week, limited. Got some, veteran rest, but yeah, he's going to play. I would be. I haven't heard
Yeah,
anything otherwise.
I heard a report. Then I guess I heard the wrong report because I heard that there's a big
Well,
question mark on him playing.
he made the trip, and basically he popped up on the injury report. Yeah, but he practiced, and the fact that he practiced is a plus. So, I mean, he was also asked in the locker room about that, and he said he feels great. He's fine, so he'll play. If he probably has some lingering just bumps and bruises of being a center, so I wouldn't really worry about that. It's the left tackle being out. Uwenu, the right tackle. I haven't really heard much about that. I think he'll play. But other than that, the offensive lineman being out is the Vidarian Lowe, and the rookie Caden Wallace will take his place tonight, which I'm actually excited to see.
I want to echo something that Joe Jett said earlier, which is around Sauce and trying to nullify Hunter Henry. Sauce is great in coverage, although he's had, was a little spotty last week. But listen, he's great in coverage. He's not a great tackler. Like the stinger that he got against the Niners where he was out for a couple plays. I'm sorry, man. Like that's just not – he's excellent coverage. He's a liability in the tackling game. And if you're going to be stacking stuff to try to stop Stevenson, you don't need Sauce near the line of scrimmage. like have him shadow Henry. And if you're Jeff Ulbrich, like it's very clear what you absolutely need to stop. So Ulbrich, go earn your paycheck. Like let's see a scheme you're not, you don't always play week in, week out. Let's see you actually do what you think you're. Listen, we're amateurs out here, and we're calling it like we see it in terms of how to defend this game. Ulbrich, can you figure it out? Like, let's see him earn his check today.
Yeah. I think that I agree with you 100% that Sauce's tackling needs some work, but you know, they're definitely going to put him on the Patriots' best receiver, which is Hunter Henry, of course. So, you know, utilizing Antonio Gibson out of the backfield is going to be huge, and Ramondre in the passing game, and just try to get KJ Osborne, Jalen Polk, the rookie wide receiver we have who scored last week. Uh, I mean, we need more weapons. That's the thing. That's the problem. It's gonna be a challenge, but looking forward to tonight. Oh, we'll see.
It'll be fun in a home opener, and to someone's comment from before about this being Rogers' first full home game, knock on wood, right?
Hmm.
Um, it's a chance to really experience the MetLife crowd for a full game, and this will be. I am hoping that this is what the home atmosphere. I think it's going to be loud, and I'm hoping that this is what the home atmosphere looks like all the time. I can't tell you the frustration watching the game through the TV set, and you see opposing fans in the stands, lots of different colors outside of green. You hear their chants in the building and the rest of it. Like, can we please put a stop to it? Can the Jets field some kind of 12th man?
Mark, it'll be there tonight for sure. And real quick,
Okay.
Mark, I have a message for Jeff fans.
This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute. Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets.
Oh, man. Let's go.
Pete, it's another primetime matchup. All eyes will be on the Jets tonight. There are plenty of fans and fan bases preying on the Jets' downfall, hoping that it runs off the rails.
Yep.
Folks that hate Aaron Rodgers and they carried that hate with them all the way to watching the Jets play. And then, folks, listen, the Jets have been a national joke, a terrible football team that you can't take seriously. The history is so against the Jets. And now we've seen 2 games of Aaron Rodgers, and I'm sorry, this man does not look washed up. He can run an offense. This offensive line, which we said was quote unquote good on paper, is putting together really nice pass pro. And I think the run game will come along too. What happened to John Simpson was a holding merchant, and the guy was a joke. What happened to that part of the conversation? I'm pretty sure the Ravens would like to have Simpson and Moses back right now. So let's see what they can
Good
do.
point,
Can they
Mark.
put this shit together
Didn't
and
Simpson have a
actually?
decent game too? He had a decent
He
game last week.
has. And Rodgers has shouted him out. And by the way, it's not like Rodgers minces words. We watched him from the podium last year say, man, with this O line, there's some shit they need to clean up here, guys. And then we saw it again on Hard Knocks, the coach trying to have accountability with the O line. I've heard nothing like that. If anything, they've been saying, man, John Simpson has been a pleasant surprise.
Great organizations like the Ravens don't let good players go, Mark. You know that.
Yeah. What are they 0-2 right now? I mean, I know it's early in the season.
Exactly.
They're gonna be on
But
3. They're gonna be on 3. They're gonna be on 3. Dallas is gonna put it on them. Dallas is gonna put it on them.
Hey, listen, I know if they had a chance to do it again, I bet you they wouldn't make that trade.
I think you're right. I think they want to let those 2 players go. And they said, oh, don't worry about it. We got depth. Oh, they're an excellent drafting organization. They've got I don't know, man. I'd rather have those guys in the building.
Mark, can you hear me?
Yes. Hello, Pete.
Yeah, I had a call. Bob, real
Yeah.
quick. I just wanted to thank you for always coming in here.
Oh,
I don't
it's
need
all good,
I
man.
don't need to do the bro thing, but you've been, ever since Spaces started, before, like back in the day, you've always, come in, and giving your insight, your friendship and everything. And, you know, a lot of the fan base, our fan base really enjoys talking to you, and you've been nothing more than beyond professional. So appreciate you very
Bobby,
much.
he's trying to say we love you. He's trying to say we love you here. Fuck the Pats. That's what he's trying to say, Bobby.
Well, he knows
Well, well,
he
look,
knows how
well,
I
look,
stand with the Pats.
well, look. At least you guys want to talk to me. I guess that's no, it's all love. I really enjoy talking to you guys. Obviously, you guys know I'm from New Jersey, so this battle, my whole life has been, you know, the bicker back and forth. I mean, that's what goes with it. And if we're not doing that to each other, is it even really even fun? I mean, it's all fun here. I just love talking ball with you guys. It's awesome. You guys are very good people. All you guys who come in here really enjoy talking to different people, getting their perspective and their thoughts. And I love how everybody in here is, respectful. I know we could get out of hand sometimes, but I mean, hell, who doesn't? So appreciate it all the time. I'm always here.
Yep.
Haven't been as active lately since a lot of life changes, moving into a house, and now tomorrow I have to fly out to Italy for a week. Not looking forward to that, but so you know, I appreciate you guys talking and appreciate you guys letting me
Congratulations
come
on
in.
your house, bro.
Thanks, man.
By the way,
Appreciate it. Thank
and
you.
Bob,
Bobby, who's a Patriot? Who's a Patriot, Bobby? Tomorrow we're going to talk about. I didn't see that coming. Who's a guy like not Ramondre Stevenson? Not like who's a guy
Keon
that
White.
Jets fans will be like, Keon White. Okay, he's going to get a sack
and
or two.
Keon White in 2 games has 4 sacks. I think he at least gets one tonight.
Bob, just to
Fair.
keep the banter going, I just wanted to tell you.
Let's hear it.
Jets, Jets, go Jets.
Oh
Sorry
boy.
about that, Bob.
You got
No,
queued up.
dude, don't apologize. That's fine. Oh God, Jesus, you don't know how much. And the fact that I'm gonna be home for this, it's just like, maybe I do need to go tonight.
I always said this, Bobby. You got alcohol poisoning from all the fucking winning you've done for
Oh
20
yeah,
years, so you're
look,
good,
look,
bro.
man, I've been a
You're good.
spoiled, rotten Patriots fan my whole life. So I'm not gonna sit here and complain about anything because I can't. I just got to be real, and that's all I know how to be. And look, the Patriots are a work in progress. I like the direction they're taking with the organization, drafting Drake May. They want to build around him. I understand the process, even though I don't agree with it. Like, I think he should have been day one starter, but seeing the rookies now, I understand. So, it's a process. And, I'm just excited for the future. I know tonight is tonight. It's going to be fun. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll be at MetLife for the first time since 2019. We'll see. So, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it.
Bob, I know if you're at MetLife, you're going to hear this.
Jets.
Oh, I know I'll hear it. I'll hear people in my face all the time too.
Yeah, well, I'll give my rep a call after the space, Bob, and see what he can come up with, just so you know, because
Yeah, yeah.
the tickets are I haven't looked on the secondary market, but the Buffalo game I know is high. This game is high, and there's a
Of
few other
course, yeah,
games,
yeah.
so it's opening night. So
Yeah, the thing is too, I tried to get a press pass, but because I literally did it late and everything, I didn't get it, so it's okay. I'll get it next time.
it's fine. Guys, just jump in. We got a couple more minutes up
Yeah.
here.
I'm actually about to get an Uber to get to the airport so I could get back to the homeland in New Jersey. So, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have fun tonight if I'm not there. But PD, as always, thank you. Mark, everybody, Buckeye,
Thanks, Bobby.
Hexagon, Stephen A. Ground and
Don't
Punch.
forget June.
The June. And I just want to end it like this. Go Pats, baby.
Get this.
All right, take care, guys.
Thanks, Bobby. Oh man.
Yeah.
You know what? I got something. So I and Pete, you and I talked about it like the second we knew Pat's week was coming up, and a lot of what we do is relationships. And if it's folks that opposing fan bases that come in and that want to talk ball, teach us about their team, like it's been a great room for that because I've been trying to learn as much as I can about what's going on with the Patriots, what have they been up to, what are they doing well and not, and have fans come in and share what they know. And look, it's no insults, we're just talking ball. And it's fun and like having a relationship like we've got with Bobby, it's awesome, man. Makes for a great show. It's been a lot of fun.
Agreed, Mark.
I love it.
Guys, you guys want to make your points because I may wrap up a few minutes early. I got a lot to do today. I got to cook later at the game. I've been up. I got up at 3 o'clock this morning. I was up until 6. I finally closed my eyes, and my kids had to go to school, so I couldn't sleep really. And I'm excited, man. If you're going to the game, Jet fans, we're on national stage tonight. I think folks are going to hear, how loud we could be, and it's about time. So we need to win, man. We have to win tonight. Today's a
Pete, that
must
was me
win.
yesterday, exhausted. Maybe Hex can give us a shot of caffeine, adrenaline this morning and close us out. What do you think of that?
I
Hex,
don't
you
know if
still
he
there?
could to talk.
Sound like a good idea to me.
June, what do you got
Right?
for us before
Yeah,
we
June.
leave?
The final thought, man, is actually I agree 100% with Hex. I see where he's going with it. Like, not for nothing. If the roles were reversed, Patriots would just come in and beat the shit out of us, like they've been doing for the past 20 years. They don't feel sorry for nobody being injured. They just blow you the hell out. So I mean, for us to be taken seriously, we have to do the same thing. I mean, yeah, any type of win is cool, but you supposed to make a statement. If you couldn't make a statement against 49ers, make a statement against this team. This is what I'm saying. If you want to be taken seriously and as a real Super Bowl contender, you got to obliterate the teams that you should. No close game. I need at
There's a
least
talent gap, June.
13 points.
The division part of it is what has me. And plus the fact that they can run the football and are going to want to do it. And the Jets have, like, that's the part where I'm tempering expectations. But in my heart, I'm with Hex, but my mind is saying slow your roll. But that's where I'm at.
Me too, June.
How do they score, Mark? If they're not running the ball, how do they score?
They can't get because
Play action.
just
They score off a base to the run. Go ahead, June.
they don't even throw to the wides to the outside. They like Bobby said, they throw to the tight end. That's what they do. So I mean, once again, bro, I understand in this division, but you have to make a statement against this team. You have to. There's no excuses.
Bro,
I
right
I
now,
agree with you,
nationwide,
June.
it's the Jets. All of a sudden, it's like, they're good, but they got cracks, and they're talking about New England, like, oh, New England's not gonna be bad. They might be in the thick of things. We gotta switch that. We gotta put a pause to that
Yeah,
tonight
for
and let
real.
the world know, nah, what y'all was saying this summer, yeah, y'all was right. We very very good.
For real, man. I mean, look, I've seen Patriots beat us like 50, what was it, 50 or 60 something? Like, you got to take that type of mentality, bro.
We here?
We here.
Yeah, we're here. Sorry,
Yeah.
Pete. You
Oh,
had another.
no, yeah.
You know that saying, act like you've been here?
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want to blow them
Blow
the
them
fuck
out. You
out.
have to.
I want Braylon Edwards backflips. I want to fucking celebrate like it's fucking
You
New Year's
have
Eve. Like
to.
that's the way I do not want to do the act like you've been
Yeah,
here.
man. Yeah,
This
because
team has been blowing the doors off
facts.
of us for a long fucking
Facts.
time, man.
Yeah.
A matter of fact, the Patriots gave Robert Saleh his worst fucking loss. Like, man, listen,
I
bro.
sat in that piece of shit game last year, man. That was torture. That was fucking torture last year, that rain
I'm
game.
talking about 2 years ago when we was in New England and they just kept beating the shit out of us, kept scoring,
Bro,
running the score up on us.
and even though we won last year's opener, like seriously, that shit was a slap in the face, bro. Like this should be the home opener of home openers that we anticipated last year. You know what I'm saying? With Rodgers full game, let's see what's and the Jets fans just popping off. the roof. Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's what I anticipate. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. Then that's what I expect.
Can they get Braylon Edwards on that field tonight?
Of
Can he run out there?
Oh, that would be nice. That's a good call right there. I like that.
Little Bart Scott, little Braylon Edwards.
Yeah,
Mm.
please, Jets, if you're doing a whatever they call it, coin toss, please don't bring Vinny Testaverde out. Please, no. I love Testaverde. He's one of my
How
favorite
could you
Jets.
mention his name today,
Right,
Pete? How could you
please.
do that?
Well,
Hey,
sorry, but
PD, let me
I'm
ask
not
you: Do you
sorry.
still?
Just
Hey,
freaking,
PD, do
yeah,
you
I
still
agree.
feel?
Get like Braylon Edwards or somebody out there. Somebody, Nick Mangold, you know. Guys,
Hey,
real
PD, can
quick,
you hear
we're
me,
up to
PD?
95 subscribers on Jets Commute on YouTube. If you could
Nah, he
help us
can't hear
get
me.
to 100, I'm about to close the space, but if we could do it before we close the space, that would be really good. We just started YouTube and about a week ago or so, and we're at 100 people almost already, which is incredible. Shout out to you guys. And we'll be doing more of this on YouTube as we go down the road. But I can't thank June and Mark enough for all their contributions on this space, man. It's been a nice ride.
And Hexagon, for you, your new name is Stephen A. Sanchez. I like
Yo,
that. Stephen A.
hilarious.
Sanchez.
Yo, I don't
Three.
think. Yeah, I don't think Petey could hear me. Ask Petey if he still feels that Neighbors is gonna be Rookie of the Year.
Do you
And
hear
and
him,
now
Pete?
and now and now, who Hexagon is he talking?
Yeah. Yes,
Oh, you
yes.
can't hear him?
No, I'll
Yeah,
force
he was
close.
ready.
Oh my God.
He asked if Neighbors is going to be Rookie of the Year still.
He gonna force
Yeah,
close
I,
that.
I think
Uh,
I think so. Tell him I said yes. I still
he can
think he
hear
will
you.
be.
Well,
Yep.
yeah, he had a hell of a game last week. So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, why?
Man, they
Wait, I'll
stink.
I'll I'll close, but I'll force close. I won't close the space yet. But does he think what? Braylon
June, are
Allen?
you opening today, bro?
Um, I can. It won't be till about 3, but yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're a
Definitely.
Jets fan, keep an eye on June. Keep an eye on CB. They might have an afternoon room going to talk about, the rest of it. So there's gonna be plenty of talk today, man. I'm excited. I really am excited to see uh, Jets' first full home field action this year. Let's see what they are, man. I think. Look, I want to see more progression out of Rodgers. We haven't seen the best version of him yet. It's gotten to the point where we don't even really talk about like all that much. The Jets have a Hall of Fame quarterback at the helm, and the Jet offense is putting up like 3 touchdowns a game, and they're not even playing their best offensive football yet.
That's crazy. Three
Think about that.
touchdowns a game coming from what we gave, well, from what we had last week. I mean, last
Yo, and
year. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry, June. No,
No,
I
no,
just
you
want
good. You
before
good.
I gotta go real quick before I go. LaShawn Buffalo sucks. Listen
Yeah,
up, KC
Wow.
sucks.
yeah.
Get
I
Quit
like
ready. We're
yeah.
stinking
gonna
Pete.
put it on them.
All
Week 4.
right, I'm gonna now I can hear him, and unfortunately, those are my guys, Hexagon. I know you're being funny, but let's not end the space on that note because
Flaming everybody.
yeah, he's flaming everybody. I just want to close the space with our traditional. Here we go.
This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets.
Hey Pete, before we close, I posted the link for Jets Commute for the YouTube up in the Jumbotron. Yeah, please subscribe if you take a second to do that. It'll help us out a lot, help support the room. I think there's more to come. I mean, we're trying to figure out, what else to do with the YouTube. If you've got ideas, share it. We do this for fun and we do this because we enjoy it. And, it's a blast, man. Think about it. We went every day, all off season, talking about, you name it. And now we're in game weeks. It's really nice.
Hey Mark, you know what's
Yeah,
crazy?
go
We talked about in the dog days. Sorry, Mexican for the mute, but we talked about in the dog days, Mark. And listen, I don't take victory laps for what I've said, but one of the first things when they signed Reddick was I was hoping that obviously he didn't play. The Jets would line, Jermaine Johnson up over the ball. Another thing with Braylon Allen, like we talked about how we wanted to see him and Brees Hall in the game. So, that's why build off of conversations. Some people's, I don't have good takes sometimes. We all have ideas though, and it's good. I want the room building off of that.
You know what's funny? Funny you even say that, Petey. I remember, about a month ago, I said, how would anybody feel if for any reason, once Mosley leave, how would they feel with Quincy Williams playing middle linebacker? I said, I think it would be nice. And they called me all types of names, brother. But look what he did. Look what he did. I'm just saying, like you said, no victory laps, but come on.
What
Yeah,
do we
Quincy Williams has been one of my favorite Jets.
What do we think about a defensive touchdown tonight?
That'd be
Could
nice,
happen.
man.
Could
A
happen.
nice defense. By the
Special
way,
teams,
yes, that's what I
touchdown.
was just gonna say.
Yes, another
Shout
special
out to
team.
Brant Boyer because there's always we had a block punt last week. It was awesome. Shout out to Brant Boyer and that staff.
Irv Charles was great.
Yep.
That's your guy. Ain't that your guy, Petey? Irv Charles?
Well, I liked him. You guys are gonna go back. Buckeye's gonna say Tariq Cohen.
Yeah, not as much as Tariq Cohen, but that's all right.
So, guys, again, we're close to 100. We're at 96 now. I usually don't cape, and say, hey, make sure, you do this. But if you could help us out, please do so on YouTube at Jets Commute. It's not at Jets Commute. It's just type in Jets Commute, subscribe, and, to all the people listening, Jet fans, enjoy the game tonight. By the way, shout out to Fireman Ed. It's his 65th birthday. Happy birthday, Ed. We'll be ready tonight. So I can't wait for tonight. June, if you have anything closing, or Mark.
Yeah, real quick, before everybody goes, PD, Mark, Buckeye, what's your impact player for the night? Just one. Give me one impact player.
All right. I'm going to go on offense, Mike Williams. And on defense, I'm going to go Quincy Williams again.
Mark.
I'll go Lazard and Kinlaw.
Mark?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be watching Jamie and Sherwood a lot tonight. I think with Mosley out and now Sherwood with the call, I want to see, are they able to take advantage of the guy, or did the Jets actually have a major success story given where Sherwood was drafted, converting him from safety to linebacker, and now he's going to have a really important role if the Jets win tonight with what they want to do on offense with the run game. Like Sherwood, have a career game today. Like show that you can be whatever, 100 tackle, like be a monster today.
I'm going to go Kinlaw and Rogers.
Yep. Guys, I just checked. We're at 98 for the subscribers. Let's try and hit a hundo before we close. Hexakin, who's your key impact players besides Stephen A. Smith?
Stephen A. Sanchez, bro.
Yo, Rogers. I want Rogers and I want Williams, both guys in the middle to shine tonight. And I think that they should. I think it's a play action to open up the run for later on. And just let Rogers be Rogers. They only got one corner that I'm worried about, and he's gonna have to be worried about something else. So,
Pete, a comment on Rogers real quick. We talk a lot about these two teams in the history and, Pats who used to beat in the Jets. The guy who doesn't care about the rivalry and has no time for any of this, could care less, is Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't care. The guy's 11-6 on Thursday Night Football.
Yes.
Like he's coming out, he's seeing what they're doing. He doesn't care about the jersey color. He cares about what are they doing? Are they in zone or man? How do I take advantage of this defense and attack? Now that I got some weapons, I have two backs out of the backfield. What can I do to get ahead of down and distance, get explosive, score points? Like he hasn't yet had his best game. Like they're off to a slow start and they're still scoring 3 touchdowns a game. Like
yep.
Does he have his breakout against New England? I don't know. We'll see.
All right, Mark, we're at the hour. We're
Petey,
at
Petey, give me 30 seconds.
Yep.
I was just going to say, in compliments, June, Mark, Petey, you guys have put in fucking tremendous work, especially in the off season when there was barely anything to talk about. You guys kept it going. You kept a lot of people entertained. This space didn't get fractionally better when you joined June. It got fucking crazy better. Like, you're a fucking insane impact in a really good thing. So park your ass here. Don't go anywhere. You're a great addition to this thing. And you three have really put in a lot of fucking work to make something really good for a lot of people, bro.
Appreciate you, man. For real.
Thanks,
Appreciate
man.
that.
Yeah, June, shout out to you and Mark. I can't do this. I know I open every morning. It's exhausting, but you guys have been really key with me and Buckeye and even the speakers and listeners. There's a couple of people behind the scenes that, are always, asking questions, the listeners, all the guests, everything. Guys, we're over 100 now. Appreciate you guys on YouTube. So
Yeah.
all right, we were at 100. We're at 100 right now. I thought I saw 101, but we're at
Yo,
100.
Petey, how can we lose tonight, Petey? It's Fireman Ed's 65th birthday. You guys just hit 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is time to celebrate tonight, bro. It's time to blow them out.
I don't love
All right, guys, have a great day.
it.
We'll see you in the morning. Go Jets. Peace out. Have a good day.
Thanks, everybody.
And you already know, fuck Bills.